Alright. I think we're here. Wait a minute, I didn't deactivate that son of a gun. I meant to deactivate something. Try again, I'm a noob. Let me double check my... VSync, probably not. We'll figure it out. How's it going, Amethyst? How's it going, Bodine? Alright, career here. Where is it? There it is. Been better. Between back issues and, well, my brain getting in its way. But I'm going to try and turn over a new leaf and see if I can't get out of my brain more. It does. It does. Alright. Well, thank you there for that Tier 1 resub, Neon. I do greatly appreciate that. 14 months. Time flies. Alright. It is June. It is midday. Walking too slow. Needs to have an auto run in this game. Alright. I did update from Dave recently. So everything's kind of combobulated. So it's gonna take a bit to on. Remember where I was, as I said. Alright, there's those. Let's check on these. It should be entertaining. Yeah, it might be. Alright, these are all topped off. That's good. What was I in the middle of doing? I don't remember. Why'd you do that, woman? It's my wife. Hurting herself all the time. Alright. I do have to swap out some equipment. And where that lies, I don't know. So, this will be interesting, because I don't know where the heck that stuff is. You know what? I'm going to go up here. I do need to get a coffee harvester. I guess I got to buy one of these things. Egads, that's expensive. I need to replace my... this. I go Michelin. I like those ones better. Go the Starfire on top. Well, I appreciate that, Bodine. I don't watch football, so I have no idea. Go with the Spray Star. Buy that. And we need to go to crop protection. In here, I'm guessing. Sprayers. Yeah, we'll go with the direct injection. Why not? No idea what that means. But we'll turn that on. Buy that. And And I want the fertilizer box. Looks better in green. Buy that one. For doing the lime. Put the lime in the coconut. And I need a header for... I want one of these honeybee ones. Haha. Go with that. We do want the wind system because it looks cool. And yeah, we'll do that. Buy. Oh, there's extra. One. Standard. Oh, whatever. I wonder, do you have to buy the cart? Yep, you have to buy the cart. Okay. Watched it a lot less than you used to? Yeah. I haven't watched a football game in, I don't know. Alright, so we're gonna need the combine. No, excuse me. We'll need this to pick up the header. So let's get you driving in that direction. We will jump into the ejecto. Well, how's it going there, VT Outlaw? Thank you for the follow. Perhaps you came over in a raid once upon a time while you were lurking in somebody's channel? I don't know. It's a good question. Welcome in all the same. We're playing a little Wolf Creek. I'm just trying to remember where I was because I haven't played Farm Sim in 6 months. Oh, you don't want to drive there. Okay, fine. Be that way. Stupid thing. Will you drive to here? Hello.
Hi, buddy.
What's going on there, NBC?
Hey, you
And
snuck
Mr.
in
Dave.
up here.
I did sneak in.
Yeah,
I'm sneaky. What can I say?
we were in a no streaming lodge, it's true.
I know.
Back to the farm, huh?
Yeah, once in a while.
Wait a minute. Is that person really from Vermont?
It's a good question.
Vermont Outlaw?
Vermont
Could be.
Outlaw 802?
You're playing Iowa Plains? Nice. I'll admit I'm not. You're from
Yes,
you're from
yes.
Vermont. Well, Mr. NBC here in chat is also from Vermont.
How close to the Burlington area do you live? You don't have to say if you don't want. I'm just curious. I want to know if I know you.
Alrighty. We changing out equipment. You're about 2 hours away in Newport. Nah.
Oh, you live up in Newport. One of my units is up there in Newport. My mother and stepfather live in Newport. Well, my third stepfather, but yeah.
Well, technically it would just be your stepfather because the first two no longer count, right?
Right. Yeah, they're
Well,
all dead.
if you've had 3 steps, then you actually have stairs.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That is true. Which would mean your mother started building a staircase.
Yep.
Yeah, she
Okay.
built a few things. None of them ever held up.
That staircase is for you to climb out of hell. You get there.
No, it's my path down. Don't.
I was
I'm
gonna
going
say,
to hell
yeah.
to take it over. I want to be buried face down with sunglasses, so the world. You still rate non-PG?
So the world can kiss your ass? You sure am.
There you go. Yes, I wasn't sure if you were or not, bud. I couldn't remember.
I haven't gone from the non-PG after I went PG.
So,
Or after I...
yeah. It's not that I changed from PG. I always had the mature rating on. And playing Wreckfest and Call of Duty, I think Dave sees why now.
He shouldn't even stream Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty's just a bad one.
I wasn't even streaming it. I thought he was gonna bleed from his ears.
My
Nice.
finger went numb that day. Never.
Yes. It's
What?
because of me. His fingers went numb.
Hitting the mute button so many times?
Uh-huh. I learned a
What's
few
up,
words
Pizza
I
Man?
haven't even heard before,
Yeah.
and I'm 56. Hey, Andy. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Amethyst.
Yeah, some of the phrases were 14, 15 words long.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons I won't ever do a first-person shooter anymore, and I don't have the reflexes.
Oh, I
I have a
have
hard time
reflexes.
moving my hands from this position. They're
Yeah.
swollen up. I mean, they literally are swollen up like Vienna sausages.
Yeah.
And I think I might have chipped a bone in this hand.
Can you still grip a cucumber?
Eh?
I don't know if you want to answer that question. I will.
If I hold on to it for more than about 10 seconds, my hand goes numb, and then I can call it the stranger.
Oh, there you go.
I knew what you were hinting at, NBC.
I know you did.
Reminds me of the line from Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yes.
I sit on my hand for about 10, 15 minutes, wait till it goes numb, and then I rub one out. I call it
Yep.
the stranger.
Stranger. Yep.
In this case, all I gotta do is try to hold on to something for like 5 minutes. You need CWAC. Do I like beans? No, I do not like beans.
Well, are we talking baked beans? Because I love baked beans.
I don't really like any beans. I like green beans. That's about it. Yes, dear.
Hi,
She's
dear.
she's standing here looking at me kind of funny with a smirk on her face.
Well, I mean,
Now
she
she's
is
shaking
married
her
to
head.
you,
Yeah, well, she's been married to me for a long time, too, so she should know and expect these things by this point in time. What? He asked me if I could hold on to a cucumber for about 5 minutes, maybe. And then my hand's numb.
Oh, 5. Man, that's
Maybe.
like 5 times longer than you have to.
Yeah, usually. Well, no, see, these little pills that I'm on for my swelling and everything else makes it so it's almost impossible now.
Ah.
Yeah,
Side effect.
yeah. Pain pills used to do that to me.
Yeah.
You thought whiskey dick was bad.
Be back in a minute.
Dave's like, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. I don't need to hear this. Yeah, no, it's one of the known side effects of those pills, and I've been trying to get the doctor to get me off of them onto something else.
Been trying to get the doctor to get you off.
That one's actually kind of cute, so, maybe.
I'm waiting for the frying pan to come flying over from Mom.
Ding!
Ugh.
It hasn't yet.
Nope, it hasn't.
I keep hitting the wrong button. R, not E, dummy. Thank you for that follow. Can I take a ride in your big green tractor? Has Bruce moved to Maine? No?
I don't think so. And we actually talked to Kev Kaz last week there. I think Bruce is retired.
That's too bad. She needs to bring him out of retirement. It's
I
Kev.
know.
It's Kevcast we're talking about, for crying out loud.
Well, maybe he'll make an appearance here once he starts playing more computers. He had a lot of stuff going on through the summer, so when he starts playing more games here.
How you doing there, Mr. Cope? Do I believe in aliens?
Congrats.
As much space as there is out there, as much, as there has to be life elsewhere in the galaxy. It's too big and too vast for there not to have evolved life in some form elsewhere. So,
All I'm gonna say is, have you met the SGA community? There's aliens.
It's not illegal.
okay,
Hey,
how
we
do
said we
I
were gonna talk about Michael like that on here.
how do I take the stupid thing off? Ah, there it goes.
All right.
All right. This thing can drive back to the shop. If he's an alien, he ain't a very good one. Unless by alien you mean cucumber brain.
Come back and I see Joe Biden is an alien.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
Harris just doesn't have a brain, so again, if she's an alien, she's not a very good one.
They're not very intelligent. How did they get here?
Well, yeah, that's about what I was going to say. I did say it evolved life elsewhere. Maybe I should have upped that to intelligent life.
To take that back, you've got to move 4 yourself.
Move 4, what?
Construction
Oh.
simulator.
Oh, different game.
I was like, huh? I'm confused.
I'm just staring at my screen saying, which game do I want to play next?
Satisfactory.
I was in Satisfactory. I finished 2 buildings.
That one's kind of comical there, CWAC, but we do try to stick away from politics because of the divisiveness. People are way too opinionated and unwilling to discuss things without freaking out. So that's one subject I try to stay away from.
About Dave.
What you talking
Not talking about Dave.
I am not an ostrich.
Maybe. What the hell is going on?
It's a good question. I don't have an answer for you because I can't see what you're doing in Satisfactory.
I don't have an answer for myself. That's the problem.
Well, the Combine made it to the store. Apparently, I picked the wrong spot for it to park, though. That is pretty impressive. It parked all right. Can I help you, child? Love you too. What do you want? Ow.
Boat Simulator's coming soon.
Oh, yeah.
It's already here. Didn't you just see it run away?
Hmm.
Kid's such a goof. Get this parked back at the farm. Then we gotta go deal with the combine. And I should be good to try and remember where in the heck I was with everything else. I was in the middle of getting ready to replace some sheds to move the bales. So I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with that. Otherwise, I think I'm... Yeah, I think I'm in alright shape. It's July, nothing was ready to harvest yet. I think I was just selling stuff off and getting things moved around. Do a quick check on the factories. Stuff like that. Of course, I've been absent so much stuff, I don't even remember all of the stuff Dave's changed.
Yeah, neither does Dave.
You don't remember 6 months ago?
Nope. I remember yesterday.
260.
This is true. I hardly remember yesterday, too. Oh, that's right, because I slept all day yesterday. That's why I don't remember it.
I've done that.
Nope. A little bit more that way. Oop, too far.
That's done.
Virtual Farmer coming in with a raid 46. How you doing there, Virtual Farmer? Welcome in, Raiders. How is everybody today? How was your stream there, Virtual Farmer? Anybody there around to give him a shout out for me, please? Gotta take care of those in a minute. Where'd that other thing go? Oh, there it is. It's stuck on a bridge. Well, you almost made it. I'll give you
Well,
that much.
I spelt it wrong, so I missed it.
Yeah, beat Davey.
Thank you there, NBC.
Not a problem.
How you doing there,
I
Mr.
beat
Reaper?
Hey, Reaper.
Doctor's sleeping.
Virtual.
How you doing?
Yes. Hey, Virch.
Good evening to you as well. What map were you playing on today there, Virtual? How you doing there, MK? Ah, I'm stuck in a tree. Let go. I wasn't expecting it to take the corner quite that quickly. I am on Wolf Creek. It's a 4X version of Elm Creek made by Mr. Dajnet.
What
And I'm
key
trying to remember where I was.
combination it to empty a whole container? Oh, control. Got it. I'm
Yeah,
starting
he's
to hear.
unsatisfactory.
I am.
I'm doing alright there, MP7.
Why the hell did I do it that way?
That's a good question.
Not the right
You're on Comsden Farms? Nice. How you doing there, Enduro? Welcome in. How you been?
Oh,
Well, that's right, I gotta have that dude finish rolling that field. Haha!
13.
Gotta go get this parked over by the coffee field.
Crap.
I need 14.
How's it going there, Ethan? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How are you doing today?
Oh, Dave, you get another one with drilling.
No, they're good. Another one I can skip.
Yeah, Construction Simulator looks pretty good. I used to love playing it on the PlayStation. Just sit back and chill and build a couple projects and then take a break, come back to it, build a couple more.
Oh, you're welcome, VF.
Alright, where am I going to park this thing?
I am almost done with the U.S. map. I've got this one more, and then the final. And
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
it says the final. I don't know if there's different things to do in there or not.
Is this too tall to fit in this bay or something? No,
Might-
I was just hitting the wall.
Daddy, daddy.
Excuse me.
Hi guys.
How's it going there, Mr. Big Daddy?
Hey,
It's going good. Hey guys.
I'm doing alright.
Good man.
Trying to remember where I was in farming, 4 months ago. What was I doing again? I don't know. Let's just start tabbing through till I figure out where I was.
been 4 months?
Probably like 2 or 3 since the last time I really played. Yeah, something like that. It has been a few months, yeah. So, after I synced the map folder and did all that and went to start the game up, you can imagine my surprise when there was like 9 million lines of red code and I'm going, what did I do?
Oh, yeah, you hadn't booted up since everything had been converted over.
No, I have not. So,
Yeah,
you're
so
sitting there and it's like, this doesn't exist and that doesn't exist and this doesn't exist and I'm going like, what the heck? I'm just seeing red fly by going, this isn't good. Alright. And I'll shut this down for a minute. Jump in the pick 'em up truck. There we go. Ah! Was not expecting to be staring at the floor when I changed cameras. Ah, it's a little bouncy. Get this header picked up back to the farm. Get the combine back to the farm. We should be in good shape. See what we've got for products to sell. As it is summertime, there's usually a few things to sell. And then maybe pay down the loan some with the excess money that I've got and try and get the bales buildings set up the way I want to. I have to take a look at that. Not quite sure how I want to lay it out. Alright, it's not N. No. Like so. Should be right about here that hooks up. Yep. Ah, can't back up a trailer in this game to save my life. There we go. Head her back to the farm. Could have just as easily done this with the combine, but less shuffling this way. What in the Sam Hill? Apparently the trailer's really tippy. Good to know. I mean, then again, I guess header trailers really aren't meant to be doing 70 miles an hour, so my own fault. Back on your wheels, sir. Alright, I think I'm gonna unplug that stupid beacon light. It was great once upon a time. Now it's blinking at me constantly. There we go. Let's go jump back in the combine. I guess we'll stop for some fuel on our way back to the farm. Yeah, unfortunately where my computer is, I don't have a long enough cord. I need to get some more cords and try to maneuver it. And I also stream from a closet. Maybe in the moving and shuffling around of the house, I'll manage to find another spot for my computer.
So what you're saying is you're a closet streamer?
Yes, I pretend to be a streamer.
Ah. Don't worry, folks. She'll come out of the closet someday.
3 meters. That's a good long cord, yeah. Mine is maybe 3 feet. I need to get a new one. Then I can manage to move it from there to... I could probably put it, like, over here or something. That might work. Yeah. Who knows? Maybe one of these days, if everything works out, I'll finish up the shed space to actually make an office and have a proper place to stream from.
Oh, there you go.
Be able to move my wife's computer out there, have an actual dedicated, like, office area. And then if I get loud while I'm streaming, I won't keep her up all night. Oh, AI worker. I was like, AI worker, what? Huh? Guy rolling the field. Forgot about him. It's been so long I don't remember half the buttons. Is like, which button do I hit? No, the back is tight today. Too much walking around earlier. And I think I forgot like a day worth of medication, so that was my own fault. Alright, once we get this back to the farm, let's see. Nothing is ready yet, because I own stuff down here. So that's a plus. All that stuff is planted. How are we looking on fertilizer? That's right, precision farming. Nitrogen, I think I'm okay on, I guess. pH, I'm good on. So I guess in that case, now that the grass rolling is done, everything should be good to go there. Alright, there's that. Let's go grab the grass roller, get it put away. We'll make sure everything's finished, I guess. Get everything touched up, because there's a few spots it looks like it missed. Where did he go? Oh, he's way down there. Be in the right menu first, please. Alright, looks like it might have gotten those spots. Needs rolling. Wish I could tell ahead of time. Is it that? No, it's this one I'm supposed to be looking at for the fertilizer or nitrogen values. Yield. Yeah, there's a spot over there I gotta go get. Huh? Ding? What?
Oh,
I don't know. Something bunged.
That was me.
Ah! It's NBC's fault.
I got big shoulders. I can carry the weight of the world.
That's pretty good.
I'm used to having to carry a crap ton of shit around.
It does happen.
Yep. It do. It do. Get it? Shit, do.
Nice. Good on you, sir. There goes Miss Sneezy. Sunday night, make sure all the kids take their showers and get ready for the school day.
good luck with that.
Well, the oldest put up surprisingly very little complaint. The youngest, on the other hand, is a different story. Sneezing and burping and all kinds of stuff. No. They're cheaty tools for chopsticks.
When you are not somebody who's ever used chopsticks in your life, learning how is difficult. Hence the trainers. What did I do with my pen?
I still don't know how.
I don't either.
This is my pen, and it's been right here.
I like American chopsticks. It's called a freaking fork.
Fingers? What?
If you leave
That
your
works.
chopsticks attached, it's easier to start learning with them. But if you already broke them, take a rubber band, put it around to one end, and it helps you with the pressure, proper pressure.
Listen,
Just saying.
I'm a big guy.
No, see,
when I sit down to eat, I don't want to have to work for my food. If I do, I'll go out and hunt it.
Yeah. No, my wife
can
bought
always stab
plastic
it.
reusable chopsticks that came with
Nice.
the little rubbers that go on the end of the chopsticks to teach you the pressure and how to hold them properly. So I said she's
Nice.
cheating.
Yeah, just throw them out and use a fork. Even a spork is better than chopstick.
KFC
I mean, you can always
spork.
stack the sushi.
We don't eat sushi. She's just trying to do it for when she eats Chinese food occasionally.
Oh, you know when you master is when you get the grain of rice up one at a time.
No. When you can catch a fly out of thin
I was
air.
about to say, when you can
That's
catch a
when you
fly.
master. Pay attention to Mr. Miyagi.
Adama.
I got kicked out of Miyagi Dojo.
Shower. Don't give me the.
I wasn't doing a very good old waxing on and waxing off.
Oh, come on. We all know
You're good
that.
at
We know
whacking
you're
off.
good at it.
Hey, waxing. Nothing about whacking in there.
Can you hold a cucumber for more than 5 minutes?
Alright. You know what? That's going to be good enough. We're going to call that good. Now, where in the heck do I want to put this stupid thing? I'll put it in that shed, I guess. Yes.
Well, holy crap! I didn't think something like that would.
Corbin, it's a base game implement, ergo it exists in real life, because Giants wouldn't put a non-existing piece of equipment in the game.
True, true.
Wait, they have lizard?
That would be modders that would do that.
Well, at the very least, a piece of equipment that exists, even if they don't put it under the right brand, it still exists somewhere.
Oh, those are crop care tires.
Note, so I fit down the rows of the orchard.
Oh, so they're orchard tires, not crop care. Crop care.
No, they're crop tires, but they allow me to fit in the orchard. That's why I have them. I don't give a crap about the crop destruction part.
I'm guessing because you have that turned off.
Yeah, I gave up. Turned it off.
I
Alright,
usually
one
leave
of
it turned off.
these is the getting rid of the blueberries after we harvest them next. That's what we were gonna do. Alright. There's that thing parked.
Not these light blue ones, right?
No, the earbuds.
Come on, stop spinning.
Over there on that side.
These are not yet fermented, okay. Those need to go elsewhere. We had all of these different building or piles that I'm going to get put away at some point. And I think I want to put them right in this area. Probably starting from over here with the driveway coming in this way and through. Excuse me. Silos. Don't want the I don't need the cotton one necessarily. Well, I'll put a cotton one over by the cotton or the plant, but I think, yeah, I'm gonna put them probably right in here, so I can have a little road down one side. I can line these up over here, one after the next. Maybe right about there. Oh, nope. Okay, that's lined up. Every time you see anything to do with farming, you immediately think of the movie Babe. With the pig. Alright,
No, with the dog.
Babe was a pig.
Yeah.
I think Boom was being a smart.
Mm-hmm.
See?
Eh, he's still wrong,
Smart
even
butt.
if he's being a smartass. I'm not PG, so you can say it.
Oh,
Yeah, I did the same. I couldn't remember.
About there. Looks good. We need a hay one as well. That looks decent enough. Alright. Landscaping time. Time to paint.
Excuse me?
Gravel, where are you?
Shower.
Remembering keys.
Why are we not doing as we're asked?
how's it going there, KW?
KW.
Now the youngest is arguing that I don't want to take a shower. I don't give a damn.
Beat him, Mama. Beat him.
Evening, KW.
Oh no, it was Dad that started him with that, because Mom was gonna be nice about it, and Dad's not nice about it.
Ah.
That's a meanie.
Oh, if he's gonna keep coming in here and like mouth breathing in my ear because he gets so close, I don't want smell. So guess what he's gonna do? Not smell.
You could always ask him, hey, kid, you got an option. You can do it your way or you can do it my way. Mine consists of a toilet flushing. How's that? Swirlies.
Mine actually consists of a hose.
Ah, the hose and the stick
Yes.
brush.
I was
Yes,
thinking
I
outside.
remember those.
Outside in a nice 40-degree, 30-degree weather, I'm sure.
Yeah, but they
It's
live in
not
Maine,
that
who
cold
cares
yet.
about
It's not that cold yet.
No? Oh, wow. Well, you got well water, so, you know, a little chilly. And
Oh,
need to
yeah,
stay in there.
the well water will definitely be chilly, yeah. Yeah, the well water will definitely be chilly.
Oh, yeah. After, I mean, get it. You know, if you have a garden hose, I'm sure that little bit in there is going to be a nice tease for warmth, and that's going to be into that.
Yeah, pretty much.
And if it be cruel, then you just tell me, here, give me a little cocktail umbrella. You hold this way.
Pretty much.
It'll hose you down.
Yeah, Dad's done with the days of being as lenient as I've been. I've been pretty easy on the kids, so no more Mr. Nice guy. Time to start prepping for the real world. I actually kind of like this large metal pavilion.
The real world sucks.
So doesn't life. So guess what? Time to get ye ready.
I'm only 45, Dad.
Yeah, you're crying to the wrong hombre.
Oh, that's right. You're younger than me.
Yeah, I'll be 40 in March.
Damn.
Damn, I'm young, or damn that.
You're old.
Yes. Yes is the answer.
Actually, it was damn I screwed up, but
What'd you break this time?
oh, I missed aligning something up by one.
Oops.
So then, of course, you got to take it all the way down. There we
All right, so we guess I'm pretty sure we know who our eldest SG member is. Who is our youngest? Is it Boom? Is it
Yeah.
Scurvy?
It's me.
go.
Is you?
38.
Okay.
Well,
wasn't sure
don't
about
forget, you got
Imperial.
Ryan in there too.
Yeah. True.
Oh.
I'd have to say it's one of those three. Well, who else do we have?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to think.
Yeah, it's
I know
got to be one of those three.
It's not Scurvy. Scurvy's 38.
Right.
Oh, okay.
I'm younger than him.
Yeah, so I would say either Ryan or Boom.
Okay. What about Mouse? I'm not sure about Mouse. I know he streams on YouTube.
No, he's
Oh, Mouse
older.
is older.
Okay.
Who's the oldest?
He's at least. He's at
Should be
least
Ja-
in his
oh.
40s.
Should be Jab, isn't it?
I think it's Dave, isn't it? Not being
No, I think
smarty.
Jab's older.
What about Imperial?
Huh?
Oh, Imperial's no. He's not
I-
that
No,
old.
I don't
I
think.
don't know. Yeah.
Amethyst turns 45 on Tuesday. Well, happy early birthday.
What about by
he-
Taco?
Oh, yeah, buy
yes,
tacos, maybe.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know who is older. If Billy was in here, he'd be able to tell us. Come out of the lurking, Billy.
Dave's 44.
Yeah, yep. I'm
Oh,
44.
there's Hi, Buy Tacos.
Or
Holy
Billy's
cow,
44.
How we
I
doing?
got my name, guys.
How you doing there,
Yes.
Miss Buy Tacos?
We were talking about you earlier today. I was wondering if you're doing okay. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
You okay? Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm okay. Okay,
Good.
I'm just start streaming. I think in about next week again.
Oh,
Perfect.
good,
It's
good.
winter time, and we have closed the outdoor part of the shop, so now we could have the web shop. So then it's been time to play some PC and some
There
farming.
you go.
Excellent.
Good, good.
So you will see me a lot here from, I think it's about next week.
All right,
Then
there's
I start working,
VCA.
Good.
2, 3,
All right.
4 times a week, I think.
Nice. Now we were back to the question was we're trying to figure out our youngest SGA member. And
I know
if you
who
don't
is oldest, I think.
Okay, well we're gonna ask. If you don't mind, we think it might be you as a contender. Is that possible?
Yes, I'm 62.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I'm a young fry teenager now.
No, you're not.
No, you're
You're not.
definitely no. You saw Moses part the Red Sea in
Nice
person
try.
and got his autograph. See?
Well,
Moses
he's got the
was
10
my
Commandments.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got the 10 Commandments locked up in his closet.
All right, something
His
is
name was
freaking out with
Moses.
the Y key.
Moses Johnson. Huh. Alright.
No, he wasn't Moses Johnson.
Oh, was it? Okay, the other side. Got it.
No, he was.
Dumbledore.
They changed his name when he was adopted.
Huh.
So he was Moses Hill, and ended up being Charles Johnson.
Nice.
Nice, yeah. 6 years old, you change your kid's name? That's cruel.
And Moses is
Yeah.
kind of
Could be. It could be worse.
I mean, every time somebody says, Holy Moses,
Could be blanket.
Okay, who says Holy Moses?
you don't know.
Yeah.
Apparently his parents. All right, but what about? Okay, hold on.
See?
We're saying
Okay.
youngest. What I totally forgot. Bravo chick. She's gotta
No.
be youngin.
No,
No. Oh, okay.
He's in
She's-
her 40s.
I was going to say late 30s.
Low 40s.
Oh, okay.
All right,
All right.
let's. If that's not gonna
Sure
work,
one of
I will give her
streams
best
I
looking
was
of the
watching-
bunch.
Hey,
Well, I would hope so.
we haven't seen Boomhauer yet. Okay, sir.
Oh, yes, we
yes,
have.
we
Yes,
have.
I have.
Yes, we have.
Sorry, Boom. I was trying to help you out, buddy. My bad.
No offense, but Boom is
I don't
not
want
in the
that.
running against Bravo Chick. I
No,
can promise.
no. Boom's probably in the running for looks the oldest. Isn't, but
Davina?
looks.
I mean, we got Davina.
Oh, well, yeah. She
Yeah, but
is
Davina's
pretty hot.
spoken for.
It depends on
She's
if you. Right. By like 7 people in that watch.
Yeah.
I'm
and
gonna
I
have
am
to
not
bring her
one of them.
back. Maybe her numbers will be better than mine.
Hot tub stream with Davina.
Do a hot tub stream with
That's right.
Davina.
Good.
You want numbers? You'll get numbers.
How's it going there, Aussie Wheels?
Neon might try and join her.
Not me.
Neon will get his passport ready and come down and meet her.
Jeez.
Okay,
Scary.
why does that become an uncustomized? That's strange.
There were so many
You gonna let-
regulars that did not realize it was Dave. That was the disturbing part.
Yeah, that I look good as a woman, that's disturbing too.
Yeah, now that
For
you
mine.
mention it,
They've
it
got
kind of is.
surgeries for that now, Dave.
I know. I'm gonna get one.
If Davina has an apple, she probably has. Anyway.
Yeah.
Probably has a banana.
I didn't say it. I didn't say it.
We have no bananas for you.
All right, get rid of those.
Son
What
of a-
about,
about
yeah,
you?
You're gonna bring Amethyst into this? What's going on with that? Yeah.
Everything's about
I'm pretty
Pizza Man.
sure I am pretty sure he was one of them that was hitting on Davina.
Uh-oh.
I don't remember who it was.
Well, he did just go to a wedding. It might have been his and Davina's.
It wasn't. I wasn't.
I know.
She wasn't there.
Can you get married? Can you get married to yourself in the for the tax purposes?
Listen,
Right.
some of the other things that pass, I don't see why not.
Yeah. Here, hold
This
my
is
beer.
true.
You can marry a freaking fox. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
Or
How's it going,
No
Michael?
further comment.
I don't really. A church. I think she married a church or something like that.
What? Oh.
Oh yeah, there was a woman
Yeah,
married.
she married a building. I don't know how you marry a building, but hey.
Well, it should be
Be a
structurally
hater.
sound relationship.
Mm-hmm. It's a great foundation to build your marriage.
Nice. Nice, Dave.
So that song by the Commodores actually does come true then. She's a brick house,
Yes.
almighty mighty, and let it all hang out.
Nice.
That it is. It's true.
Did she identify as the cemetery? It's a possibility. You never know nowadays.
No, well, you can that's
Dave, keep my mouth shut. There's a trailer there, dummy. I finally get rid of all of these bales. Yay! Alright, now the real question is, can I actually put the non-fermented ones in here and have them still ferment, or do they get stuck in limbo? Never use these things.
You cannot put them in until you put them into a silo.
Hi, Michelle. That's about right. Round and around I go.
Yeah, I got that Brick House song stuck in my head.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you very much.
Good karaoke song to start us. For sure.
Hey, shush it. No, I don't want them. Where's the fun in that, sir? Wrong button. I hit N instead of B. My bad. Ah, stuck.
Yeah, size. How many bales could we have in each ship? Do you know that?
It goes by the straw amount. I'm not sure because you can have. Oh, and I'm not sure how much it is because of it. You can put any size bale in there. So,
Okay.
but it's a lot. It's a lot. It's over 1 million, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say these ones just came up at like 2.5 million or something, but I don't know. I've never messed with it. First time I've ever placed them.
But I think I
Dave, I
have
just-
seen some similarly in 19, but I can't get them for the FS22. It looks like them, but I don't know.
I just figured out the easiest way to drill.
Yeah.
I just put 800,000 in and it's less than half full, so.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, we're getting some progress made on the farm. Woohoo!
Yes, you have.
Oh, it's probably the first time I've touched Farm Sim in a couple of months, so.
Yes, the same here. I haven't got the time for it for now. So,
Well, I've been kind of playing this, that, the other thing, so.
yeah. Yeah, I've seen you haven't played a lot of other stuff.
Yep.
That's okay.
Wow, no more bales. Woohoo! I need to figure out why that other trailer isn't working for changing. It's, there we go.
Night,
Like that. Good night, bud.
Good night, chat.
That's my
Good
oldest
night.
saying goodnight.
Oh, I didn't realize your son had so many dads.
No,
He said
good
chat.
night,
Oh, it sounded
And,
like
Wow.
you said
and,
dad.
and I also
Well,
said
it's
it
not
was
saying
my
that.
oldest, not, you know. Yes, my love.
He showered.
Finally.
It was a fight, but he showered.
Well, in the future, he's going to have a choice. He can shower, or I can use the hose.
Guess what the hose will entail? Lots of cold water. No.
Well, that's your choice. You can shower in the warm weather, in the warm water in the shower properly with soap and everything else, or I'm going to go out and I'm just going to hose you down and throw a bunch of soap on you. Yep, I
You
will
know,
do it. I will do it.
Shall we show him some of those prison movies where they
Have-
just like fire hose and throw the powder soap at him?
The delousing stuff. How's it going, Captain? I'm doing all right. Alright.
Yeah, so much easier.
No compatible goods.
All I had to do was clear the bit once.
A lot of them are, yeah. It depends. Some are not. If you're looking for things like a Ford truck or a Dodge truck, a lot of those ones tend to have issues.
Lots of issues.
The Dominator.
What's that? Oh,
How's it
funny.
going?
I missed the beginning.
Beginning what?
What he said, I just heard the Inator, and I was the only one I know of is Kerminator.
No.
Oh, no, hardly any of them have those issues. It's more issues with the game itself.
They tend to show up as they work. The name brand vehicles work fine in game, but when you look at your log file, it's a completely different story.
Yeah, you'll have issues with things in the game itself. Very few of them actually, and I'm not saying it's not possible, but
Right.
the vast majority don't contain any malware or spyware or any of that stuff.
Right. Yeah, none of it's like that.
It's usually just like if you look, this is the in-game look at the log file, they'll show up with a lot of errors and issues, yellow text, red text, you name it, that can have a bunch of issues that can cause things inside the game to not work properly. But they're not gonna necessarily harm your computer.
Could destroy your save game.
They may destroy your save game, absolutely, but the vast majority are pretty safe. As far as mod network, I'm not super familiar with. I don't do a ton of mods outside of the ones necessary for this map and a few others that I'm really familiar with. I usually use Farming Simulator 22 mods is one of the ones I use if I'm going outside of the in-game mod hub. But this site has been acting up a lot lately with pop-ups and stuff, so I haven't really been going to it much. I've just primarily been sticking to the ones found on the in-game mod hub. I think I can probably go one of these. Do I want to stick it right here? Or do I want to go like this? Might go right here. Not a problem. Appreciate the lurk. I think we'll go right about here with it. I want to go up there. I'll go right here. Jaren coming in with a rate of 3. How you doing there, Mr. Jaren? How was your stream? Welcome in, Raiders. Can I get a shout out for Mr. Jaren? Somebody, please. Painting time.
KW's here. I won't beat him.
Thank you, Mr.
I'm gonna go back to
KW.
playing.
Back to Satisfactory.
That's what I've been doing. Don't holler at me. Don't you have
Wow,
something
some
else
of... Don't you have another honey-do list project by now?
I even showed up early to spend some time with you this morning. I don't know where you were.
I was
Dave
there.
was the only one
I was there early.
Hey, at this
Dave
point,
Yesterday
came
morning.
at
was
this
yesterday
point, I'll
morning.
just take having Fummins around. He's been absent for so long.
See, somebody cares. See,
Yeah, we know whose name is Nobody Cares, so.
That's right. Don't forget it.
Nuclear, biological, chemical, Dave. Get it right.
No,
He
actually, it's
said-
nobody cares now.
I'm gonna go with the original meaning
Well,
because
you're not
I know
wrong. It is how it started.
it.
But even the Army left me on that one. They changed the acronym. CBRN now.
Chemical, biological,
Nuclear and radiological.
oh, radiological.
Yep, they added that in.
I was gonna say radiological, but I don't know, it just doesn't fit right.
Yeah.
Stupid Army, they gotta change everything up.
Yeah. That's alright. A few more years, I won't care. They'll change whatever they want.
There's that. How you doing, bad farmer?
Hey, Mr. Bad.
Hi, Bad.
Yeah, that looks decent. We can paint in a little bit of extra grass right here. Get that painted in after I move all of those. Dave started something with creating workers for factories and other map markers doing this. Another map maker?
Maker.
Oh. Maker,
I bet
marker.
you I know which one.
I was
Me
going to say,
too.
can
Is it
anybody guess?
Old Man 102?
Oh, Darius said the name.
He's a hack.
That
It's my
name
opinion.
is not allowed.
All he does is takes everybody else's ideas. I would never even support him or touch one of his products because
That's why I called him a
Yeah,
hack.
he is
That's
anyway.
my feelings. It's my
he
opinion.
can't think for himself.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, Dave, you're inadvertently supporting him.
Probably has the same icons too. I would bet.
Probably God knows he doesn't know how to change them. Unless he learned between 19 and 22, which, well,
Be funny to open it up and still see Dave's name on the frickin' stuff.
he
Yeah, done
typically
enough to
does
change
leave
that.
it.
Now, I had thought I'd come across a mod that said you could put in. Maybe it was a different one. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Alright. Let's go check out here. Do a quick spin down through, see what's missing where. That's grapes, no big deal. I don't have any slurry there at the moment. Whoa, hey, what did I do? Uh-oh. Oh, phew. Thought I broke it for a second. Alright, we're missing lavender and stuff like that. No big deal. Compost, okay. We need to get around with some diesel at some point. Got seeds up here. Need to get more seeds being made, stuff like that. But it is what it is. Glass is good. These are all good. Yeah, we need to get some diesel delivered till I can get some corn or something to get my shell factory back up and running. Olive oil. Too many things in this list. Where is the stupid shell factory? Or whatever I called it. Oh yeah, unicorn farts. Oh, I've got corn in there. Alright, never mind. Allows you to put silage bales that aren't finished fermenting yet in. Was it a new one, or was it a update to one? Because I think I might have remembered grabbing that one. It was the... It wasn't this one? The object storage? Alright, yeah. This is the one I've got. I think. Or maybe not. Maybe I don't. Thought I downloaded that one.
Hello.
Hey, JD.
Ah,
Hello.
Neddy.
Hmm.
NBC, you watching the Packers Patriots?
Oh yeah, you know I am.
Who's winning?
Right now it's 24-24, a minute 50 left, and it's New England's ball.
X-Fans
Rogers
there.
just, yeah,
Is he?
Rogers just threw a touchdown pass, but it was an incompletion.
Oh, there's the ones. Uh-huh.
And New England's got their third string quarterback.
Right.
Who's playing?
Green Bay and New England.
Well, no, I mean, who's at quarterback is what I'm asking.
Oh, Zap. It was a 4th round pick this year.
Oh. Ah!
Brian Hoyer got possible concussion.
He's getting old.
Well,
I mean,
they
he's
lost Mac last week.
Yeah, I think I'd seen something about that. What, high ankle sprain or something?
Mhm.
Something.
You know, there might have to be some Discord messages, JD, if New England pulls this out.
Oh, I'll be texting him right away.
Nice.
Make sure when you do, just double it and say, hey, this is from NBC.
Product to come out of the trailer to... Ah.
Yeah, he won. He was going to this game anyway, but he won a contest from Sirius XM.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
And he's up in the skybox.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Actually, it was a pretty good package deal. Because he got the skybox, tour of the Hall of Fame, a tour of the stadium. There was two or three other things he got too.
Card to the pro shop. He didn't know
Yep.
how much.
How you doing, Ghost?
All from one of those like dumb contests that you get all the time, and you're like, I'll never win. He enters it and he won.
Right. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, if the Patriots win, ask him if he can use that at the Patriots Pro Shop to buy you something nice. Of course, I don't know what Rogers was trying to do the first part of the game, just lobbing those throws up.
Yeah.
I take it he didn't do himself any favors.
No. Some of them weren't even close.
Yeah, I've been off and on, Chris. A lot of it's been playing other games, but I've been having some pretty rough real life shit happening, and I tend to get in my own head, and before you know it, I'm like, I should try to stream because I'm just sitting here, and then I end up depression kicking in from getting in my own head, and I don't end up streaming.
And all I'm gonna say is just simply this: are things getting any better for you, or not really?
Well, I'm packing.
Okay.
And my back is definitely not any better, so.
Yeah.
Spinner has a capacity for Do you know why the spinner has a capacity for cotton just to sell? You can buy the spinnery, and then when you drop off cotton, it will turn it into fabric for when you place down a tailor shop or whatever it is, and you can turn the fabric into clothes. So it starts out as just being a sell point, then you can buy that sell point. I think it's around 60 grand or so, depending on the map. And after you buy it, you're able to convert it into other product. And then it will actually use the capacity as it should.
I still don't get why the Patriots have this freaking idiot calling plays. Offensive plays.
Who's calling them?
Matt Patricia.
Oh, Patricia's calling him?
Yep. But he's a defensive guy. And then he went on to be the coach of the Lions, and yeah, we know how that went, and now he's back calling offensive plays.
Yeah, because McDaniels is, what, Raiders or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Rollers are going to get sold and traded out for a different one. I found a mod the other day I really wanted to use.
Ooh, the Raiders are close too, huh? 25-23. 25-23, 3 minutes to go in the fourth.
Wow.
Yeah, well, didn't I see something about during training camp? It was Patricia and Belichick going back and forth calling plays.
No, it was Patricia and I think Joe Judge, right? Former Giants coach? No, maybe.
Thought Judge was their running backs coach.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, isn't Belichick's son calling defense now?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah. Stephen Belichick.
That's why Matt Patricia's not on defense.
Yeah, but in fairness, at least Stephen Belichick's son has been with the team for quite a number of years. He's been their DB coach for a bit.
Well, I'm not saying he hasn't, but let's face it, would he have the job if it wasn't for Daddy?
Right.
Honestly, he's done pretty good with their DB. He's actually done pretty decent with their DBs.
Yeah.
Now, again, obviously Dad put him in the organization, so would he have a coaching job if it weren't for Dad? That I can't tell you. I do know he's been decent. Is it because, he's getting help elsewhere, or is it from him? Who knows? That's right. Tom Brady or Belichick, which is the one that gets you there. Apparently it's Brady. But, given the rebuilding, who knows, I'm not saying Belichick's not a great coach. He's a damn good coach in his right. But, would Steven have a job otherwise? Maybe not, but he's a pretty decent coach. So, and in fairness, Amanda Belichick, Belichick's daughter, is a lacrosse coach for a college.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, basically the whole family's turned into coaches. So, Steven Belichick might be a coach somewhere if it weren't for Dad. Just it's more likely that Dad helped get him a leg up in this case.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of having to adjust the delay, like the audio video being out of sync on like another monitor?
Huh?
You ever heard of that?
Only if it's like a TV situation where the audio's being passed through another device, it can cause a delay. I've seen it where like a TV through a surround sound can potentially cause a delay on the audio, on the surround sound and the TV matching up, but not necessarily with a computer monitor. Or do you use a TV as well?
No, computer monitor.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. Then again, most computer monitors don't typically have speakers. Or is it just audio coming out of your computers not lining up with the screens?
Correct.
Is it unique to a specific program? Like if you were to go into YouTube and load up a video, would it still do it, or is it just like for a game, or? Because I've seen instances where like streams, the audio in the stream may not necessarily be right in sync.
Right. Yeah, I've noticed it more because that's the monitor I watch like Twitch streams on. I'm watching the game, the game from that, a stream from Xfinity on that, and that's off.
How you doing there, Mr. Vito? Thank you for that tier 1 resub.
That one is a DisplayPort.
Maybe try a different cable.
Yeah, is it HDMI?
Maybe cable's bad. Well, the DisplayPort's better than HDMI, but maybe it's just a bad cable.
Could be.
Yeah, I didn't hear him say what it was.
DisplayPort.
Might be the cable.
Yeah, Yeah, I'm back on the farm, trying to remember what the hell I was doing.
Going overtime.
Grab the new roller, get this brought back to the farm.
We doing Wreckfest tonight or no?
Huh?
We doing Wreckfest?
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay. Just checking. Just checking.
Were you gonna participate if they were?
Mm-hmm.
Your hand feeling better?
A little bit. It definitely made a difference playing.
What'd you do to your hand, Dave?
I got pinched nerve right in my elbow or something, like 2 fingers or not 1, sometimes 2.
Is it your finger and your like pointer finger and thumb, or is it your middle ring pinky?
Pinky and the one ring finger.
Probably a pinched nerve in your neck, C4.
Yeah, I could feel it where it's going, but
I used to go through that a lot. These 3 are C4, these 2 are C5.
But I know it came when I started playing Wreckfest from pushing down with my elbow on the armrest of the chair.
Why are you pushing down on the armrest of your chair so hard?
I lean into the freaking corners. You lean
you're one of those guys. Come on, come on,
Hey,
come on. Jump this way, jump this way.
Don't be picking on him. It helps.
Sometimes I find myself almost out of my chair trying to lean into these corners.
God,
it does.
Guys are all so judgmental.
Right.
Or maybe just mental. I don't know. But
Yeah.
Well, I will say I can't lose something I never had.
mental, dental is inconsequential. I don't know what that was from, but I've known it for years.
Never heard it before now.
Speaking of mental and dental, so is it safe to say how your conversation with the insurance company went?
Yeah, it was short and sweet.
They told you,
And
here's
it
the
got
same,
nowhere,
and this
did
is
it?
how you pack it.
Well, yeah, it's the freaking. They do 21 and that's it. Everybody else has to do 26, but they're 21.
I was gonna say,
Where am I
I
gonna put this
lost
thing?
everything except medical at 21 with my dad. And then at 26, I lost that.
Where am I gonna put this thing? Maybe if I move the planter over, I can squeeze this in beside it.
Big Vito.
That's what I'll try to do. Yeah, I can probably do that.
I'm sorry, but the overtime rules are the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, they've gotten so stupid. Even
I mean,
back when I was watching.
You should at least let the second team, have a chance, one possession kind of a thing.
You do this year, unless they get a touchdown. No, wait. Even if they get a touchdown, it doesn't go into sudden death rules until each team's had a possession.
Oh, it changed?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that's the way it is now. I haven't seen many games going overtime this year, so I haven't actually seen one where it took place, but I believe each team gets a possession this year.
Yeah, I think it's each team gets a possession, and then if the first team scores a touchdown, then obviously the second team has one possession to try and match it.
Right, yes.
That's fine for me.
So, you know, if the first team goes down, kicks a field goal, the second team still has a chance to go down and also kick one. But they would have to get a touchdown to win, otherwise, you know, it's still a tie game, and then it would go back to the other team.
Yep, I'll be right back.
Alright, I need a mower. That's what I got rid of somehow. Do I want a self-propelled mower? Or do I want some tow behinds? I don't remember what I was doing with the mower situation. Let's see. I could do these. Yeah. What's the... Oh, that one's only 8.8. This one's... Okay. I could do a set of those. I'm not a huge fan of the Kong's Guild because of the trailering piece. This thing swings around. It's kind of annoying. Do I go that or do I go self-propelled?
What?
Green Bay went 3 and out?
Yep.
Wow.
And the Patriots have it on the 50.
Wow. I bet you X-Man right now is like...
Oh, no. No, Green Bay will win, and X-Man, I wasn't sweating it. No, there's no way.
Yeah, I think at this point I'm going to go with this one. How's it going, Olson? I'm doing alright. Trying to get myself back into streaming more often. Get myself back out of my head and...
I just can't believe I'm rooting for freaking
the Patriots
to win.
Alright.
You're doing it just to give him crap.
Well,
yeah.
That's the only
Not to
reason.
mention,
It
my wife
helps.
will be
It
sleeping by the time I get in bed, so I won't have to listen to her.
Not to mention, doesn't it also help out the Niners in the standings?
Niners can't get out of their own way.
Theoretically.
Not really.
I thought they were in the same conference.
Well, they're both in National League.
Well, yeah, NL, alright. Yeah.
But
And Champ 3630, thank you for that tier 1 resub. How you doing, bud? Does anyone use the... what is it? The North Modding excavator that they put out? Or whoever it was?
I have not.
I'm doing alright, champ. Whew. Allergies. Have a good night, you. Give me a hug. They kind of, yeah. Goofy kid. Alright.
He's yours, of course he's goofy.
Yeah. Oh boy. Let's see. So we'll get this back. We'll do a quick run through. I don't think I've really got anything to sell, but I'll do a quick run down through my storages, see what's in there. And then after this, I think we'll get into June 2nd. And I might downgrade to 2-day seasons instead of 2-day months instead of 3-day months. Yeah, we're gonna. They make it, JD, or you? Did they miss?
This is what happens when you. It's what happens when you have a rookie quarterback, and not even like, yeah.
There you go. Well, 2 days.
Not even an elite rookie. You know what I mean? Like this is the reason this guy is a third string.
Yeah, I mean, Brian Hoyer's in front of him, so
right.
He can't be that good.
Well, he was probably picked up as a developmental in the first place.
True.
This is what happens. You know, this is what happens with injuries. You know, any team can do that. Some teams have better backups, obviously, than others, but
right.
At the end of the day, you know. I guess we'll go park this. We'll park it in here. There we go. We got a mower now. Prices. Let's take a look down through. We've nope, that's seeds. We're not going to be selling those. Silage, hay, straw. Got a little bit of cheese. That's not good till September. Clothes, we already passed. Honey, it's February. Canola. raisins, chocolate. Solid. No, that's fertilizer. Never
Hey,
mind.
champ. Hey, Big Vito.
Manure, slurry. Oils are February. Red is
Scurvy.
December.
Who's scurvy?
Yeah. No scurvy here. It's a JD fan there, Mr. Vito.
He didn't say anything.
Well,
Right.
he
Oh,
said
no.
and hey scurvy, so I was thinking maybe he had
No,
Yeah, he heard JD and thought it was scurvy. Alright, August on the fries, that's not a big deal. Shelving is July, so we'll be selling that soon. A lot of shelving, that's good. Candles are July. We'll have a decent July. Ooh, coconut soap. Was I making the coconut soap for something? I don't know, but we're going to sell it off. All the meat is August, it seems, because I don't have any uses for it otherwise. Garden mix is September. And coffee sells in June, but I don't have the coffee maker, and I'm just going to stockpile it until I do. So, we need to grab a truck, and we have a bunch of candles to sell. Why? Get out. Customize. Go. And location 441, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. How are you doing this evening?
Oh boy.
It's doing all right, Throck. They punt back to Green Bay, or?
Well, yeah, then
No.
they're in field goal range. Green Bay.
Oh well.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but
Clearly, it's going to keep putting me back on the stupid forklift until I move it again, so let's get it further away from the truck. It was what? The coconut soap. It's one of the ones that came with Dave's pack. Or storage group. Couldn't tell you otherwise. I just know it's the one for the candle factory. $60,000. And this is going where now? Here I am looking for a bunch of coconut soap. Coconut soap is selling at Johnson's Farmers Market. I think it's part of the map pack, isn't it, Dave? The storages?
Yes.
Yep.
PV mods, storage, and then it's one of these ones down here. Carpentry vinegar.
Last one.
Soap candle.
Last one for him. Why did I get put here?
And here we are at Johnson's Farmers Market. Ding! Almost 500 grand for that. Nice.
It's over,
Green Bay.
Thanks.
unfortunately. What, am I ahead of you again? It's on live
Yes.
TV.
I know. I'm on streaming, watching it, and behind.
Oh,
They haven't kicked the field goal yet. They're about to kick it right now.
Wow. You freaking.
Ooh, great demand at Frost Financials.
Yep. There we go. Yep.
did he miss it?
Second time.
If we get different results, then we got issues.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Which reality are you in?
Sorry, JD.
No, he's not. He'll do it again.
Actually, I think I did it last week and I didn't realize it.
He did.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow.
It's Boom's fault.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I can get behind that.
Person don't give two damns about freaking foosball. Blame him.
You pronounce it right. It's football. Foosball's played on a table. No wonder you don't
I'd rather
understand
watch
the
that
game.
professionally.
I understand why.
Because he has small balls.
Nice.
Wow, Dave's on a roll.
That field is red.
That was my face, actually.
NBC, I don't know if you want that car that you're saving up for.
Of course I do.
It's in this racing thing, and every single one it's crashed out like first.
Well, it's also an AI. Because you can upgrade it and tune it.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be crashing out that
Because
much. No?
Neon's got that one. I think it was Neon. Neon, if you're still out there, you got that, what is it, Hot Bomb or something like that?
You just asked Neon if he had a hot mom.
Oh.
But I mean that too.
Got a personal question.
I know it.
Hot mom hype.
Dave only cares if she knows Lua.
Oh, I bet you if there's other boxes checked, David would ignore the Lua part.
Like an apple and a banana involved, or what?
Wow.
Nice.
Out of nowhere.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
What? Okay, just an apple then. How about that?
You know
Yeah,
what?
but if
There's
it's
an
gone-
apple.
Oh,
It's gone.
the banana's been
Something else.
already?
An apple, banana,
Banana's
scar?
already been spliced.
Right. The banana split. Oh, anyway.
Nice.
Whoa.
See what happens, kids, when you let them into a non-PG stream? They all lose their minds and just go overboard.
Well,
Oh,
here
there is-
lately, it
oh.
doesn't even take that for Dave.
Oh, come on. I usually try to behave myself.
Try and behave are two different things, Dave.
But if you put
Yeah,
them together
you
and
know.
try behave, that's one thing.
What was it? I was the other night. I'd gone down the rabbit hole and I was watching all kinds of YouTube shorts. I was just bored and scrolling down through them, and one of them was Shaq talking about Kobe. And
yeah.
like, you know, why is Kobe such a dick to all the other players? He's like, 'cause I'm in here working my tail off. They're in here 5 minutes before they've got to be here. They leave right after the bell. They don't put in the work I do, so why should I, you know, why should I give them the ball? And Shaq goes, well, Kobe, there is no I in team. And he goes, no, but there's a me in that motherfucker. Like, fair enough. There is. There is. No, I'm a little portly around the midsection, so I don't fit down rabbit holes.
Or at least not small ones.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be one hell of a rabbit hole for me to fit down it.
It's going to have to be a hair.
I've seen some pretty big rabbits.
Now, Dave, when you were under the influence, that doesn't count.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Maybe I haven't. Seen pink ones and purple ones too.
Hey, those are real.
Yeah, I kind of like that. Why the big... No. I'm going to lose the lizard. I like the idea of the thumb. put it on the rubber pads, just because. That part will go. Oh, that's the cab. I can go. That color. Oh, that'll stay black as well. Construction sim, but thinking of mixing it up and coming over to farm sim. Some of these are mods, yeah. Like this is a mod. The Western Star I was using is a mod. There's quite a lot of mods. Many of which are on the in-game mod hub though, so it's... Yeah, I think I'm gonna replace that other one with this one here. I just need to, deal with the bucket on that one. Yeah. Then I'll be alright, I guess. Alright. Animals. How are we doing on the animals food-wise? Pigs need... They've got quite a bit of food. Cows have plenty of food. Sheep are topped off. Chickens are pretty topped off. They have not had babies yet. Oh, that's right, because I recently replaced all of them. Oh, that's alright. Get a baling contract on 18. Nah, we won't deal with any of those for now. Alright, let's pay this loan down some.
Alright, who's got the 8 o'clock game?
Oh, that's right, and Frost Financials had a great demand, so let's see what that's at. If I even have any gold bars over there, I'm not sure. Go down to 7.5 for now. Yeah, because I haven't played for months. Doesn't really get paid down without playing. But it is coming down. Yeah, I want to get rid of that mod, so I'm slowly paying things down. Oh, the price is high on those, so let's go see if we've got any gold bars. Indeed we do. Hey, no, get back here. Yep, I do. Quite a few of them, actually. I mean, I do have 3 gold masters, so... You need to go into the truck, thank you. Well, when did that not become a solid backplate? You're not going to work for me if that's going to be the case. I have to get that bank truck. If Fummins ever finished it, I don't know.
Nah. Maybe someday.
Thought the back of this thing used to be solid for that, but I guess not. Oh, that's right. I sold this stuff off so I can flatten this out some. Smooth that out and redo the road through there a little bit. Well, I can paint them, yeah. Woohoo! There's another 700 grand. Heck yeah. It's part of this map mod pack for Wolf Creek, Venkazi. It's the Gold Masters that come with the mod pack. Ooh, I almost caught that sign. Ah! So as part of the mod pack, it comes with some of the, there's products that I can mine and turn into gold bars and other products. The blacksmith here takes the gold flakes from the Gold Masters and processes them into gold bars. These guys over here. Alright, real quick, while I'm thinking about it, this, we need to find, not the process station, not the pallets, I am looking for, and it's probably all the way in the other direction, because that's my luck.
It should be alphabetical order.
Yeah, but I renamed a bunch of things, so...
Oh.
People pay points to rename shit on me, so I don't remember what anything's called. I just know what it'll be when I see what it makes, because it's the one that's the composter, which in fairness may not have been renamed yet. It's probably up here and I just missed it. Yeah, right there. Duh. Okay, yeah, I already deactivated it. Never mind. MPQRST. Oh, no, Shell Unicorn Farts. That's what it was. Alright, let's grab the... old truck full of diesel. Get a bunch of diesel delivered to a few places. Alright, there goes that one. Go over and we'll hit our couple of generators. I'll take diesel. We need the generator over by the Goldmasters. The Goldmasters, those will take diesel. And is it Jose? Thank you for the follow. Welcome into the channel. How are you doing today? Please let me know if I pronounced your name properly or if I flubbed it up. It's a good possibility I might have screwed it up. I do that a lot. I do apologize.
What? Why are you throwing it at me?
Alright, there's that one full. I don't remember there being a big bump back there. What the heck?
Yeah.
Let me smooth that out quick. Alright, get this dropped off. You guys aren't taking much for diesel, that's for sure. Trying to think. Those there that take diesel. I don't have anything over here that does. You guys don't. I think the only other things that really take diesel are down over here. I believe that's it. Yeah, because this doesn't take diesel. Oh, we gotta get some ore dropped off in here. Keep the steel up. That's the one that's down over by the other. The Goldmasters. Yep, just the Goldmasters now, and the diesel generator that's over there. Yeah, it happens. I'll add mods and then I won't find them in the list to add them back in or something like that. And I shouldn't have any weeds to be taken care of in my fields. They're all good. Oh, 71. I should be on the lookout to see if that comes up as a contract. Yeah, the stationary one's kind of a pain. It can be. I've got a portable one that Billy Alpaca made. Very handy, but I know there's some other mods where you can drag around a pressure washer. Mine's just a hand tool. There was a wash bay I used in 19 that I really liked. I think it might have recently come to 22, but I don't know. After all of these are harvested, I'll be fixing these fields. That's for sure. I was going to say I wanted to go the other way. Not fill the truck up, but, you know, hey, whatever. Get that full. Once I get everything full, hopefully Shell will keep up with my demands from now on, but we'll find out. Busy delivery man. Ow, my face. Alright, this should take care of all of the diesel needs for now. Take the back road back to the farm. That was loud. How you doing there, Master? Thank you for that air horn. How you doing, bud? Pretty good. You just got home from work? Right on. Hopefully work went by quick and uneventful. You know what? I'm gonna nose in so I can get out of the truck easier. I do not have the Batwing John Deere mower. I used it in 19 a little bit, but I don't have it for 22. Alright, let's fill this up with water. Yeah, we're getting low there, so we'll get this filled up and get this good to go. Can be used as a mulcher. I don't actually do the mulching. You're supposed to load at 8, but didn't get loaded. That sucks. Yeah, that's no fun. Alright, let's take the corner here. Ah, that's nothing wrong with that. I need to lift my tag axle to get back up out of here. How's it going, Tinko? Welcome in. Now we'll put the tag axle down.
Guys, I will go to bed tonight, and I will come back to you later this week.
Sounds good.
You have
Sounds good, by Taco.
So you have it good.
Yeah,
Have a good one.
Good night.
Night night.
I know it's Sunday, Boom. Were you planning on streaming at all, or?
Fine.
What was that?
It's fine.
Well, no, I'm probably not going to be streaming too much longer. My back's already starting to tighten up and give me fits, so I'm going to pay attention to what it says and not overdo it. Especially where we're supposed to be going to the fair tomorrow. If I'm too gimpy, it's going to make it even more miserable.
Right.
Hence, if you want to stream, I'll raid over to you, but if not, I'll...
Yeah, I can. I'm just gonna do finish, not finish, but do construction simulator since I'm on the last one.
That's fine. Like I said, I know you usually do stream Sundays, so if you want to stream, I will gladly give you a raid. If not, I will find someone to drop these wonderful people off with.
What fair are you going to tomorrow?
The Freiburg Fair.
On a Monday?
Yeah, it's actually Woodsman's Day. No, this one starts on I think it goes Saturday through Sunday. So it would have started last Saturday, goes all week, and then goes to Sunday.
Nice.
I don't have a wheelchair, Master. But yeah, the Freiburg Fair is actually one of the biggest ones around me.
I was going to say, I think it's the biggest in the Northeast Kingdom.
Bigger than the Big E?
The true Northeast Kingdom.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it actually started today. So yeah, it goes Sunday through Sunday. And Monday's Woodsman's Day. It's usually one of the better days to go. They'll have, I mean, this place is huge. And there's your map, and this is a full-size horse ring, so it's pretty big. They had a fire a couple years ago. They ended up losing some barns, but they still have a lot of good stuff. Let's see. Freiburg Fair program. Monday, October 3rd. What do you say? Lamb's flower shows. They have the pulling. Anvil throw. That'd be interesting, but it's going to be late in the day. We're going to have to be home before then. Oh, looks like Mondays aren't Woodsman Day anymore. They used to have a whole lot of like wood events, cutting and stuff like that. But this doesn't give you a true scale. Not by any stretch. There is the Freiburg Fair. All of this is for their parking. You know, vendors and stuff go in all around here. Wow. They used to have a lot more Wow. It's too bad. They used to have like 6 of these buildings through here. This is either old or they lost a lot of buildings because they used to have a whole lot more stuff. Well, there's the sugar shacks and stuff, but there used to be a lot more exhibition halls.
When was the last time you were there?
2019? Then they didn't do it in 2020 because of COVID.
Right.
And I know they did have a fire here that they ended up losing some buildings in, but I didn't think it hit this area. Because they used to have, like, I think 2 more of those buildings this way. Yeah, because here's their petting zoo. Because this is all usually antique equipment up front here. I thought there used to be a lot more of these. Huh. I don't know. It has been a while since I've been up there, though, so you never know. But it's usually a huge, huge deal. And everybody along this stretch with any yard that you see, all the way down to this road right here, is parking. $5. Park on your lawn. Park on their lawn, and they will fill every one of these yards every day during the Freiburg Fair. And I mean, it's crazy when you some of these ones that are closer to the fair entrance, because the entrance is way up here, will be like $10 for parking. Even some of these side streets where you see them with big open yards, they'll park cars in their yards.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, these guys make a killing.
As long as it didn't rain too much, and it ain't. Then it
Oh no, it's all sandy soil. Even if it's been raining for days, you're not sinking out of sight in these. I mean, look at the sand coming through the grass. They all have sandy soils. It dries up pretty quick. But yeah, for me to get up there, it's usually about it's about an hour drive for us to get up there. Oh, the Saco River.
Better not be an update.
But yeah, we usually go up there every year. My wife goes up sometimes when I can't, especially lately, but legit Denny, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the channel. How are you doing today? Yeah, got a lot of progress. Got myself back into the swing of this. Remembered what I had where, to an extent. Yeah, good deal, good deal. Finally got the bale barns in.
Crap out of the cat.
Oh, that's right. That was one of the things I wanted to do with the fabric.
Alright, Spaz. You're okay.
Is there enough room here for... There probably isn't. Silos. There's no way that's going to fit in over here. I don't want to put it here. That's a big hill back there. I don't think there's going to be room around here to put it. The sign there. I could always put it right over the top of the driveway. I don't really want to do that. Unless I cut into this hillside some. But you get this path right here. Park it right there in front of the big sign. Vermeer pack. Alright, I guess I'll have to find another place to put it. Not that I usually get much cotton, so this place is full of all the bale can sit here. I can stack extra bales along the edge here. The only other option would potentially be cutting these trees down here and cutting into this hillside. Might be a project. Come in here, cut out some of these trees. Cut back this hillside some. Put it along the backside so that you drive back out right along here. Sounds like a good winter project for the construction company. Come in, we'll cut the trees. Yeah, do that. Cut the hill back some and then replant a little bit. Yeah. I can flatten this out enough, easy enough, just cutting this hill back a little bit. Sounds like a good idea. That's what the construction company can work on this winter. Making storage. Alright, on that note, Boom is up and live, so we're going to go give Mr. Boomhauer a raid. I appreciate you guys all coming and hanging out. You guys have been awesome. As always, thank you everybody for the follows. Thank you Champ, Vito, and Mr. Virtual Farmer for that raid earlier. Mr. Neon for the resubs. I appreciate it very much. Jaren as well. Thank you for the raid earlier. And we are gonna get that raid started. Boomhauer __. Gotta remember to spell it right. That's fine. Give them a chance to start getting the ads out of the way.
Yeah, because it'll probably start right once they get.
Yeah. So appreciate you all hanging out. I will catch you again sometime, hopefully a little bit later this week. Maybe not tomorrow, where we're going to the fair, but perhaps Tuesday. Until then, you guys stay safe. Have a good one. Be kind to each other, because remember, karma will bite you down the road. And we'll catch you later. Bye, everybody.
Later, all.
Bye, everybody.